my real wonderful lawn.
Hi, Wayne here with MRW Lawns. We're getting ready to do the first cut of the season here at the office, so I wanted to go over a couple things for you because you're probably getting ready to do your first cut as well. What to do before you do that first cut. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is inspect our lawnmower. So we're going to take it over here on a nice flat surface. Always disconnect the spark plug before you start this because we're going to be touching and getting around moving parts, and we don't want this thing to start up while we're inspecting it. So we'll go ahead and first tip it up on its side, and we're going to look at a couple things here. First, we want to look at how clean it is under the mower. And if it's not clean under here, you want to take a brush or wire brush or something and scrape off all the crud that's left over from last year. Get it clean as you can, because the way this is formed is actually going to take and properly chop up your grass blades the way it's designed. And if anything's built up in here, that's going to interrupt that design and not make it do what it's supposed to do. So first we want to do that. Second, we want to look at the blade. We want to make sure we have a nice sharp blade on here, and as you can see, this one's nice and sharp. The different angles, this is called a mulcher blade. It cuts different heights and really chops the grass up fine, and that's what you want, is a mulcher blade. So we're going to inspect the blade. I got one to show you here. That's an old blade. Okay, so I wanted to show you the difference between a new blade and an old blade. It's actually a bent blade, but you can see it's not formed right. When you put it down, it's really twisted. On the ends, it's kind of dull. It's not sharp like a new blade would be. So you always want to make sure you got a nice fresh blade when you start off in the spring. If your blade is straight, just have it sharpened. Or if it's beyond being able to be sharpened, then go out and buy a new one. Okay, one other thing I want to talk about is when you sharpen your mower blade or you buy a new mower blade and you go to reinstall it, you want to make sure you put it on the proper way. If you put it on upside down, it's not going to cut properly. So the way you can tell is the lowest point on this blade. If you were to lay it on the ground, for instance, you can see the lowest point, the cut edge here, is actually touching the surface, where the other side is up in the air. And if you can imagine this spinning around, it's going to cut the grass at that level, versus if you had it upside down, it actually wouldn't cut because it would be spinning on the back side of the blade and not doing any cutting at all, just basically shredding the grass. So make sure you have it on the right way when you install it. So when you tip the mower up, kind of hold that blade up there, from where it's in the right position to where it will be attached to your lawnmower. Okay, now we're ready to make our first cut. And the next thing we want to look at is our cut height, which is real important. You want to be mowing your lawn, I'd say around 3.5 inches. Right now, as we get into summer, if you can get it 3.5 to 4, that's even better. And the best way to check your mowing height is to go ahead and run a pass or two in your lawn, then come back with a mower measure like we have here, and measure the actual height of the grass blade. And if you don't have one of these mower measures, let me know. I'll send you one out right away. So we're going to go ahead and take a pass in the lawn, see where it's cutting at, measure it up, and make any adjustments as needed. Okay, so we mowed a section out here first just to test how high our mower's cutting. So we use our little mower measure here, and we can see we're probably 2 inches or a little bit less. So we want to have that height around 3 to 3.5. So another thing about mowing too short is you'll kind of thin the grass out, and it creates all this excess clippings that are really hard to break down. So definitely mowing it higher is going to save time, make the lawn look better. Let's raise that mower up, make another pass, and see if we can make this look better. Okay, so we raised our mower up here and got a much better cut, much better look to it. As you can see, the difference between mowing too short and mowing at the right height, there is a huge difference in the way the lawn looks. And once these clippings are cleared off, this lawn will be thin, and that's when weeds will start to encroach. So there's a whole lot of pluses to mowing your lawn tall. And again, don't just go out there and cut because you think it's Saturday and that's what I do. Always look to make sure it needs cut, make sure it's raised all the way up or all the way to the 3.5 to 4 inch level. And give us a call if you need anything. Again, this is Wayne with MRW Lawns, and thank you very much.
My real wonderful lawn.